You know, I don't care. Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? What's up? As we can all see that the market did not move away too far away from the opening range. It did not extend too far from the opening range. Yeah, today is just one of those days where, or today was one of those days where, man, it was tough to trade this. The entire session, it was tough to trade. Didn't think that it would be that way, but I think it was tough to trade, man. Yeah, yep. Okay, so I mean, from moving forward, like that, like no more Mister, like no more of that, man, because we're missing a lot of that shit was a good trade. That was a good trade. Market's still using this range. No way. I don't know, man. I really don't know what the difference is between the size and, well, I guess because depending on what you trade, I guess it could just blow your account. So I've decided after a day like today, that I'm just going to stick with trading smaller size. So days like these will just only be a roadblock versus a day that just completely destroys multiple days of hard work because that's exactly what today did. I hit daily loss limit in 3 accounts today. Mostly because I was oversized, over leveraged, but a lot of these moves were just not they weren't finishing, or at least at the time the market was not doing anything. We had a lot of long positions fail, go long or go lower. It was tough to short this thing, but if you went long and didn't get out at these highs, these structure highs on the ES, the Nasdaq, uh, today was just not your day. He said this has been a horrible week so far. I definitely agree with you, Alfred. I grew my funded account to $2,000. I am now down. I just, for whatever reason, this week has been so hard to trade. Every trade that I would normally take, it would go up just enough and then it failed. I had multiple trades just fail on me this week, stopping me out, hitting that my I have a $400 loss limit that completely locks the account, so I had to accept I lost $400, and every day that shit, it adds up. Tuesday I went tilt, I lost $1,100, and so that was a big hit to the account, because it missed my target, and I just hated it. I absolutely hated it, and I didn't lock myself out of the account, and I took advantage of that, and I paid for it. And yeah, I just had a lot of trades fail this week, so very tough week to trade. If you didn't take your profits, like a move like this on the Nasdaq and on the ES, this move right here happened on both instruments actually. I mean, shit, this is the same price action. They did the same exact thing today. Isn't that crazy? Look at the Nasdaq and the ES doing the same shit. We took this short, and then we got stopped out of this thing because it wanted to randomly just retest a high, and then it comes back and takes out the low. This week has just been tough. Oh shit, you're fighting the trend tonight? Yeah. Yeah, Alfred, you are definitely amongst friends. I think we've all done that. And the question is how long are you going to allow yourself to be on tilt? I know after losing funded accounts that you've, especially accounts that you've gotten paid out on, or if you were close to a payout, all that anxiety, all that trying to be a sniper with your entries so you can just get to the payouts quicker and try to get as much of a payout as possible. And then you have days like today where the market is all over the place. Trump fucking with the money. Trump fucking up the money. Fucking up the bag with all that bullshit you doing right now. My guy. Fucking with the money. And today is like when the market does absolutely nothing. Obviously, in hindsight, we can see that on both instruments, the Nasdaq and the ES, we did not extend far from the opening range. That is interesting. We did not move away from the opening range today on both the Nasdaq and the ES. We had a couple of breakdowns that retraced right back into the range. We even had a false breakout above the range that failed and price return back within the range. Yeah. He said, "Oh no, I just felt like I was relapsing back to January and February. Edge in every trade. I didn't feel like that." Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm just going down to size, and I know how you feel, man. It's especially if you're trading size, because we all know that all it takes is one bad position, and there goes the account. There goes the account right there. One bad position, one false breakout, one misread of the market, and you're heavy, so you're not going to close it. You're going to hope, pray. We've all done it, especially with the Nasdaq. Hope and pray that it comes back, and whenever you need it to come back, you already know it's not coming back. I mean, shit, we know this already. When you need it to come back, it ain't coming back. But on days where you're like, you know what, you're in a good position, you're up 10 million points, and you're thinking about, you know what, I'm gonna let it ride today because it just feels like that type of day. Those are the days where it just fucking retraces right back to your break even and stops you out of a good position. I don't know how the market is really good at doing that, but the market is really good at doing that shit. You're really good at it. And I know a lot of people are licking their wounds today from today's price action because this was horrible. Yesterday's price action was just as bad. It was just as bad. We had price literally trade back and forth in this range, and we didn't even see a breakdown until the end of the day. But by that time, I mean, who's really trading this? I mean, I feel like after lunch, the only people that's trading in this market, these are tilt hours. These are people that had a bad London session, had a bad New York session, and they're trading past lunch, going into power hour because they're trying to get their money back. These are tilt trading hours right here, past this. And it's not fun being in the market all day. It's exhausting, mentally and physically. And emotionally. It's exhausting being in the market all day. But like I said, I've just come to the conclusion. I'm just going to reduce my size. Apparently, I can't handle the heavy size. Apparently, I can't stop out where I need to stop out because I'm thinking about, oh, I'm about to get stopped out of a losing trade. Blah 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 blah. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to fight it. I feel like the biggest part of my roadblocks is the stupid internal battles that I have with myself. They're stupid. I can be super comfortable in micros because I know that the trade, if it comes back, I'm not going to blow the account. I'm not being emotionally hijacked. I can see the price action. Everything works out and I'm making money. And then my ego sees that, oh my fucking God, look at this position. I waited patiently for it. It price hit my limit. I only had a couple of points in drawdown and I easily made 60 plus points. Man, I should be able to do that in minis. But it just doesn't work that way. All the emotional hijacking. You're going to lose the account. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose the account. And then you lose the account anyway. For being for trading fearfully. For trading it like you're going to lose the account anyway. It's like it's the stupid. Oh my God, the human experience is just a contradiction and it's stupid. You lose the account anyway. So if you're going to lose the account trading fearfully, why not just put on your big boy pants or girl pants, take the trade with size, and just see what happens and accept it? But no, we're not like that. Humans aren't designed that way. Whoever the engineer, the creator, whomever, yeah, they need to go back to the damn drawing boards and put out an update. That's what they need to fucking do. But I'm gonna digress there. One thing that I found interesting about today's price action is look at this cross trend line right here. So this is the trend line that I drew yesterday, and it crossed with this trend line, and just look at that. Look at the geometry. Look how the market traded, and then once price broke out of the trend, We got a retest of the high. The bulls tried to buy the top of the trend line. They failed. They popped out again. They found support on the trend line and they popped out. And ever since then, price has been slowly grinding down. But as price is grinding down, and in this little channel on the Nasdaq, you're still making more of your money to the upside, and that's the price action that gets a lot of people. The market is obviously trading to the downside. The market is obviously grinding lower. And yet you're not making money going short. You're making money taking the longs. Because if you're taking the shorts, these are stressful shorts. Every time price gets to a good area, if you're not taking profits, it's popping right back up and it's grinding right back down, popping right back up, pops right back down, grinds. I mean, it's exhausting price action. This type of price action is exhausting. You don't know which side of the market to trade on. We all know that we're not about to sit on our hands. I mean, with these prop accounts, who's about to sit on their hands trading up? I know I'm not. All right, so that's like a little trend right there. These markets are made for trading, and that's just what they'll do. Okay. I'm keeping my eyes on gold tonight. I do got a limit sitting at around, I think 98. Yeah, about 98, 99. I do have a limit sitting right here for a retest for a move back higher. But I was able to catch this move going into the close. I saw price. So I was looking at the so I almost made a mistake on gold earlier today. And once I looked at the higher time frame chart on gold, I was like, you know what? I'll take the small loss. And I flipped my position and I was able to ride this thing up for a clean $1,400 profit on gold. So I made the mistake of almost shorting this. And then I saw that, oh shit, it ran liquidity underneath this this strong low right here. And then it popped right back up. When it comes to gold, ES, or any instrument, once you see price break below a strong low and pop back up, that is a clear sign that liquidity has been swept. Trading against that, yeah, you're not going to have a good time. So I saw that. I cut my short because this is where I was at. Right here. I was trying to short this on the smaller time frame. I was trying to short, I think, the retest of this high. And then it came back and it made me feel, I was like, okay, I think I'm on the right side of the market. I'll put my stop above these highs and I'll just let it play out from there because the market was super bearish. And then I looked at the higher time frame chart and I was like, shit. So I cut my short. I think I got in like right here, had a couple of points in drawdown, and this thing just popped right on up. And I was able to capitalize on that move right there. So I think I went to the gym on this too. I went to the gym on this. I was tilt, but I said, honestly, I really don't even care what happens because
connection lost.
It was just one of those weeks where nothing worked and I just kind of inversed myself on top of everything. And I think that probably was like the thing. It was like, man, maybe it's just me because I inversed my position and instead of becoming liquidity, I was able to ride this thing up. So yeah, this week, man, this week, but You know what, Alfred? I'll say this. Well, actually, I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, isn't the reset on the pro account, isn't it like 14 or $1,500 or something like that? And it goes up depending on the account size. How much money would you be spending? Actually, let's just look at that right now. Let's just look at that. Let's look at the Take Profit Trader and how much it would cost to reset the accounts. Pro account resets. And that's how they make their money. Now, Alfred, I know that if you were to get it, actually, let me say this first. Let me say this first, Alfred. I know we all know that you're highly capable of getting your money back if you were to pay for the reset. But I would wait until next week because, bro, you're on tilt. You lost 3 accounts. This week is not the best week to try to get your money back. Wait until next week. Let the market settle down with all this stupid trade talk that they're trying to talk about this week, and then come back next week. You know you're going to get your money back. Just come back next week with it. That would be my advice. Yeah, so yeah, you're paying $1,500. Yeah, $1,500. Yeah. I would wait until next week, bro. Yeah, thanks for that, Alfred. Yeah, I will wait until next week. You know that you're on tilt right now. You said it yourself. You say you've been fighting the trend all night. Kind of sounds familiar. Sounds familiar, huh? It sounds familiar, huh? You say you got them. He got them memorized. Yeah. Hmm. You say you've been fighting the trend all night. So come back next week, bro. Yeah, dude. Man, like I said, man, I feel like since I'm so hyper focused on how destructive emotions are, when I see emotions play out like the destructive nature that emotions have, I mean, I understand that. Hmm. Well, I guess I kind of wanted to use Squid Game as an example, but like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it for nobody. Uh, but man, if you watch Squid Games, man, it just really showcases how destructive emotions are. It literally is a life and death situation for those games. A lot of people put others before themselves in that game because morally they're good people, and I'm not even speaking against stuff like that. Uh I wouldn't willingly put myself in a situation like that, but if I was in a situation like that, of course, we're humans. We thrive off of communication and engagement with others. But there's a point to where it's like, you know what? If this person, you have to understand that people at the end of the day are going to be self-serving. And you have to understand that. It's not a nice thought that people like to accept, I guess, for a lack of better words. But that's just how people are. And once you understand that, once I began to understand that that's just how people are, that's why I can deal with people and at the same time have boundaries. We live in a society where everything is in abundance, so we don't necessarily have to compete with each other for resources. However, in situations like Walking Dead and stuff like that, where resources are limited, that's exactly how or what people become. People form a tribe, and it's my tribe versus your tribe. I mean, for whatever reason, every time when resources become limited, that's what people become very tribal. They form communities and they start to kill other communities. So that's less resources that go around. That's just human nature. But anyway, kind of going back to the point. Emotions in these markets, man, it literally will cost you your account. And it's hard to get a grasp of those emotions while trading. It's hard. I just got done self-reflecting and calling myself the behavior stupid because all of a sudden now I feel rejuvenated, ready to go back into the market after hitting daily loss limit and losing one of my funded accounts. Like in that account, for whatever reason, I had no winning trades. None. Like all my trades failed in that account. And I don't know why. I don't know what I did differently from any other time that I've traded a funded account. I've never had, well, I haven't had an account where I did not have a winning trade, but for whatever reason, that's the account that I trade gold. Gold was just all over the place, and I would be in green positions, but for whatever reason, it would fail, and I would get stopped out, and did not have winning trades in that account. And I took my last trade today in that account, and it's gone. So, and now all of a sudden, now I feel rejuvenated. And I asked myself, why the fuck you didn't feel that shit before? When he was losing the fucking account, yo, like what the fuck? Why you feel rejuvenated for now? Like where is this fucking energy coming? I needed that energy last week or this week. I don't need that shit now. I gotta start the fuck over. Like what the fuck? And so, yeah, yeah. Emotions. I fucking swear, man. If I can just put emotions in a bag while I'm trading, I would do that. But I do understand that because I deal with girls, my daughter and her mother, I understand that being emotionally intelligent and being able to express myself emotionally is very important to them. Mhm. So I can't say that I should get rid of my emotions entirely. But emotions, I swear. But since with this now found rejuvenating energy to re-attack the market with a new account, get to the funded account just to do all this stupid shit all over again. I definitely want to do stuff differently this time. Now that I'm committed to trading the smaller size, what I think is going to happen is that I'm going to take more trades. I don't think, well, let me say it like this. I don't think this is a thought. I think this is going to be a reality. I'm going to take more trades now that I'm trading smaller size. I've already shared with you my opinion for the optimal position sizing with gold, which is 7 contracts, because the risk to reward, you can literally have a 2-to-1 risk to reward, and the stop isn't an over exaggerated stop, but you only lose $360, and you shouldn't even need 5 points on gold. You can adjust that stop to however much you want. 9 to 10 points is $600 to $700. 9 points is $630, and I think 10.5 points is $720. 10 points is easily obtainable on gold. Easily obtainable on gold, 10 points. And so now, moving forward, I'm not going to trade the full mini size. I'm only just going to trade the micro contracts, and I'm just going to take. I think what that's going to do for me is that I'm going to take more trades on gold moving forward. And with these Apex accounts, I've been kind of just trading them and blowing them and trading them and blowing them, aimlessly trading them and not necessarily trying to pass them, but just trading. But I think now I'm going to focus on at least two of those. And what I'm going to do moving forward, since I'm going to be trading the smaller size, uh, what I'm going to do is get comfortable with copy trading. I do believe copy trading these accounts, even though it kind of goes against us, how we feel as humans. I believe copy trading will save accounts in the long run because you can literally spread your risk across multiple accounts. And if you trade them simultaneously, you can take a $500 payout from both. You can leave drawdown in the account and it'll just get double the payout. So I think that's probably the best way to move forward. And that's how I'm going to start moving forward. So I have to get comfortable with copy trading, comfortable with the idea of doing that. Yeah, I'm get comfortable with that. He said you've had your Apex account for, congratulations on it. You've had your account longer than most. I'm pretty sure they're looking at your account right now. It's like, damn, this guy still got it. Apex don't usually keep accounts that long for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, man. You saw 22. Yeah, congratulations in it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, just Alfred. Yeah, going back to what you were saying about the traded account. Yeah, I would just focus on that. Bro, you're gonna get it all back, man. This week has definitely been one of those challenging weeks. Definitely been one of these challenging weeks. I think what's happening right now is that the market, it wants to go lower so it can kind of refill some of these orders down. Cause I mean, I kind of figured that after we had that big, I'll just keep this right here for until tomorrow and see what happens with the price action. I mean, we had this massive move up. This was all the money managers, all the asset managers, the institutions up completing their market objective and going on vacation for the 4th. Now the market is in purgatory because the market is trying to pull back, but the bulls are just being so aggressive that they're not allowing the market to pull back. And this price action is like a diluted 2023, 2022 price action where bears couldn't get anything going. The bulls were just so aggressive and they bought everything back up. So it kind of feels like that's exactly what's happening, but obviously on a more lower volume scale. So I do think that we'll probably see a continuation move to the downside. Probably back down to 735, 740. That's the area that I'm looking for on the Nasdaq. Actually, I need to actually put that in my journal actually, or my tracker, my sheet. That's probably something else that I'll start going over as well. Uh, the NA meetings levels to look out for. Uh, Last week I literally broke even. Last week I made $0. I had winning trades, I had losing trades, and I had trades that missed my entry by a couple of ticks, and that's always painful. But after all the wins and the losses from last week, I made $0.00. If I didn't have that win on Friday, on July 4th, if that win actually brought me back to zero. So This is it right here. I haven't been keeping up with how much money that I've made so far. Just, I guess, shadow trading, paper trading my levels. But yeah, last week was not one of my best weeks. I've been, yeah, with all this crazy price action, it's the market has just been kind of all over the place. Yeah, so a lot of the levels didn't even get tested. The ones that did, the price broke through the support area, or the area of support, and yeah, it wasn't a good time. Going back over, back testing everything, it kind of made me feel like, dang, like it's like, am I losing my touch? Am I losing my touch? That's how it made me feel. Is me and Nasdaq no longer locked in? Are we not locked in anymore? Because the Nasdaq was trading through levels that I didn't think that she would, without resistance. I mean, there wasn't even no profit taken or nothing. She was just running through supply like it was nothing. Like I said, like 2023 price action. She was just running through it. Didn't even regard it at all. I think it was like 22,640, 22,650. Excuse me. 22,650 and 22,640. Okay. And so, and yeah, the market today was definitely what would you call today? Today was definitely a bearish range today. Today was definitely a bearish range. Definitely a bearish range. Bearish range, 160. Points to the upside. 131. 131 points. Downside. 121. Point. Okay. You said, yeah, your other one for 12 days. Yeah, Cave Trader, I'm definitely I think I'm locked. I think I'm locked in. I'm saying I'm thinking because that's how I want. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm done playing around. I went through my trying to trade heavy size phase. I've had success. I had my failure, but I guess that's why they call life a circle, because you always start back at your point of origin. Just like Thanos says, where does it lead you? Right back to me. And I feel like I'm going right back to just trading smaller size and catching points. Taking a loss is not even a big deal. It's not even a big loss. If I'm wrong, I can trade multiple times to get my money back. And I'm more patient with the entries because, I mean, it's not like if I trade heavier size, or if I try to get early on a smaller position, that is going to make a difference. I feel like the psychology when I'm trading heavier than usual is, well, I don't want to miss the I don't want to miss the trade. Because if I get this trade, man, I'll be freaking rich. I'll be rich if I don't miss this trade. But with smaller size, it's like, well, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. So we got to break below that low. All right, so we'll see. I think I'm good. Yeah, I have my entry right around 298. So actually what I'll probably do is see where I got my entry at, 298, and then we'll just 298 9. Okay. And we'll see what happens with gold. And what I'm looking for is just a retest back up into this area. That's what I'm looking for. With this big move up, I wouldn't think that price would Hey, what's up, Florida Trader? You said, is this a new stream? No, we've been streaming for a while. You said that you're good at losing. You say you might jump back into a top step combine tomorrow. I don't know who asked me about about the top step and Patrick Williams situation, but maybe I talked about that before. But it's very interesting. That situation is very interesting. It's very interesting. I'll just leave it at that. It's that's very interesting. We all saw what happened with fast track trading when they went kaput, and then all of a sudden their customer data got hacked, quote unquote. We all know that data is very data, however you want to call it, or is very valuable. Data is very valuable. Information is very valuable. Advertisers have been paying for your data, paying to get their products in front of your face, learning how the human mind works consciously and unconsciously or subconsciously. And they've been using this information for a very long time. It's very valuable. That's why the Nasdaq is good at bottom ticking you, getting you to chase her, so she can go right back to your original position to stop you out again and then go in your direction. She's really good at doing that. All right, so let's see if Let's just see if the Nasdaq will, or not the Nasdaq, if gold is going to get me in here. We'll see. Yeah, Alfred is definitely a pillar in the streaming community for sure. For sure. Very recognizable. Are you telling me that, or are you suggesting that, Florida Trader? He says that, or Florida Trader says that Go Live account with Trade of 8, $2,500, 1 micro, $100 margin, NQ, $1,000 margin requirements. Long as not during high volatility times. I suggested that for Alfred. I'm not going to move my limit. I'm not moving it. I'm not going to move it. I'm not moving it. All right, we're in. We're in. And that's exactly where I want my target to be at. Exactly. What I probably should do with this though is probably put like a stop, a trailing stop, but we'll see. Uh, this is the power of trading with the smaller size. My stop is well underneath this low, which would invalidate this trade. If it does stop me out, this is only a $300 loss. Which is not going to break the bank at all. This is definitely a we'll see if the bulls can pick this thing back up here. Yeah, bro. Huh? So gold is like that? Huh. Huh. It's like that? Yo. Yo, it's like that. Oh wow. It's like that gold? It's like that, though. Okay.
Stop ES buy.
What the fuck was even that? Okay. Wow, that was nasty. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Wow. Look. Wow. Wow. Go. Whoa. Damn. You say you lost several accounts trading gold? Hmm. Wow. That is crazy, man. I had a 5-point stop. That's what's crazy. Hey, yo, what's up, Cam? What's up, man? Huh. You said that Brandon deleted his channel? Nah, it should still be there. I don't think he deleted it. He didn't tell me about it. Man, shit. Yeah, Smith still has his channel. He hasn't been so unfortunately our boy Smith got Elon got him. Elon got him. Elon got him. Elon didn't like the fact that the slaves were actually having work-life balance. As crazy as that sound. Oh my God, the slaves? What? They're not being productive? They're not being productive? They're not working? They're actually enjoying their lives? Work-life balance? Oh, we can't have that. We can't have that. He even created a derogatory term. He said the laptop class in a derogatory way. Elon changed a lot of people's lives with that bullshit. So he got our boy Smith. So he's back in office. He said, nah, Doge got him. Yo, yeah, Doge was real. A lot of people got let go. We had a whole meeting because of that. A lot of people found out the hard way that they were not essential workers. Depending on what Doge did, I forgot what it was something. A lot of people would have to have gone on paid vacation or PTO because they was talking about cutting some of the government programs from Doge because they were wasteful. So a lot of people almost was faced with the reality that they may not have a job anymore. A lot of people did face that reality, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And it sucks because I know a lot of hardworking people. I mean, I know a lot of the jobs were bullshit jobs. We get that. But, you know, a lot of the people are hardworking people. And right now it's not the best time to get laid off right now. It's probably the most scariest feeling in the world to get laid off at this point in time because of the job market. What the fuck? Oh, did you? Yo, sorry to hear that, Cam. Were you able to find something else to replace that job? Or has trading become your job? Hey, yo, what's up, Corey? I'm glad it popped up. Yeah, this is the evening stream. This is the evening stream. We do one in the morning, and we do one in the evening. Damn. Yeah, everybody keeps telling Alfred that he should start his own stream. Shit, without the support that Alfred gives to this trading community, man. I'm pretty sure that if he started a stream, he'll definitely get that love back. Probably get a couple of shout outs like, yeah, make sure y'all check out our boy Alfred. I mean, okay. Well, we'll see what happens with gold. I mean, that big of a push. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, well, gold. I don't know what you want to do. I mean, it looks like gold wants to go lower, but I thought that gold wanted to. I thought gold would kind of find support here, and we would kind of get a move higher. But it looks like we're not going to get that. Right now, this is looking kind of bearish, super bearish. Like gold is in this super downtrend right now. Yeah, gold is in this downtrend. It rejected off of that. Look at that. Yeah, gold is in this downtrend. Okay. Yeah, it just seems like all the markets right now are broken. All the markets right now are broken. You know what, Alfred? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people that behave in that manner, if you give them attention, they'll just keep on doing it. If you don't, then they'll go away. They'll go somewhere else. Because I mean, that's what that behavior is for. It's for attention. I mean, why else would you act like a complete ass over the internet? Why else would you act like an ass? For attention. And if you're not getting that attention here, you'll just say, man, no, it's not paying attention to my trolling. I'm gonna go somewhere else and troll. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, I think we're gonna get this for the rest of the week. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't tomorrow was supposed to be the deadline for a lot of the trade deals tomorrow? I know that it was pushed until August 1st, and Trump has stated that it's not going to move away from August 1st. But I think tomorrow was supposed to be the original deadline for the trade deals. So what I'm thinking the market is doing is doing this just in case. And I do believe we got the minutes tomorrow as well. I think we got minutes tomorrow. So that's going to be another reason for the market not to move. Yeah, I think we got minutes tomorrow. Yeah, we got minutes. Yeah, we got minutes tomorrow. If you thought today's price action was bad, wait until you shit. You haven't seen nothing yet. Yeah, we don't have any major news outside of the FOMC minutes, and that's during tilt hours. That's tilt trading hours right there. They should officially name the time after lunch tilt hours, because that's the only traders that's trading at that point is tilted traders. Because should I make my money and I'm done for the day. If I lose money, shit, I better buckle up, because I'm gonna be behind my desk until we get that money back. That's just how that shit is. And then on Thursday, we have a lot of job data coming out on Thursday. So right now, we all know that the job data is very important. Speculators want to see bad job data. If we had, what is it? I think we had good job data on farm, non-farm. If we see a strong job market, then speculators are going to speculate that there is no reason for the Feds to cut rates. Even though Powell has stated that he is open to cutting rates later in the year, we all know how the market is. They're always finding some reason to buy and sell. They don't care if it mirrors reality or if it's just a reality that they came up with in their deluded imaginations. They don't care. They buy the rumor and they sell the news. That's just how this game is played. And that's how this game is going to continue to be played. Shit, if we go to the Fed Watch tool, let's actually look at that. Let's see what the Fed Watch tool is saying. All right, so the Fed Watch tool is saying that damn. So 93%. So after that good job data that we got non-farm, the market went up. So it went up. So the week July 1st, speculators expected that the Fed was going to cut rate. It was a 20% chance that we was going to get a rate cut. And now that shit's all the way down to 6.2%. So speculators don't think that Powell is going to cut rates no time soon. And that's definitely going to hold up the market. With higher interest rate, that means that we're paying more money on our debt. I don't think you need me to tell you that. But with interest rates the way that they are, we have to pay back as a country more money than we should, because Powell just refuses to cut rates, or whatever his reasoning is, even though he was willing to cut rates during a potential Harris presidency. So let that one sink in. And I can see why Trump is ready to get rid of Powell, because it's one thing, and I can understand that this probably feels like more of a betrayal to Trump, because if you're appointed to a position, you should at least have a sense of loyalty to the person that appointed you, because they didn't have to. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe so, but I do see things where there was like Trump can fire Powell. I don't think that's true. I think that's hearsay and fear mongering. I think. I'm not sure that Trump can fire Powell. Maybe he can. I don't know. But I know that it's Trump's decision to reappoint him when his next election cycle coming up next year comes around. We've seen crazier things. We've seen Elon Musk and Trump team up. Elon secured Trump his presidency. And for a while, Trump gave him a position of power within the government. And after all that, they had a falling out. So for whatever reason, I have this feeling in my gut that the complete opposite is going to happen with Trump and Powell. Right now, Powell is saying that he's not going to cut rates. He wants more data. Tariffs, ooh, we want more data, ooh. And I think when his term comes around, they're going to probably have a sit down, and Trump is going to probably reappoint Powell. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Powell's not doing a bad job. It's just that Trump don't like him. He's not doing what he wants. But at the same time, when you're in a position of power, playing power games with other players, it's a double-edged sword. You respect people that stand up to you. You don't respect people that let you walk all over them. Now, if Trump appoints a Fed chair that allows him to walk all over him, yeah, he's going to get what he wants, but he's not going to respect him. I mean, that's just human nature. You don't respect people that just let you do that. Powell is making a stance and says, "Nah, I'm doing my job. I mean, fire me. I mean, shit, my hair is gray anyway. Fire me. This job been stressing me out for the last couple of years. Fire me. I don't care. But I'm going to still keep doing my job." You can respect somebody like that. So I just have this feeling in my gut that Powell probably might get reappointed by Trump, as crazy as that sounds. But we'll see what happens next year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You said the higher interest rates, the better we can sell our debt to other countries. You're talking about the bonds. I think China is our biggest bond buyers, and they're not buying no more for obvious reasons. I think it's Japan and China. Don't quote me. I'm not a bonds person. I have limited data on that. Actually, let me ask my AI assistant. Let me ask. So who are the biggest buyers of US debt? All right, so let's ask. So I named my AI Mr. Make Me Money. That's his name. So Mr. Make Me Money is my my AI assistant. So Japan is number one at $1.2 trillion. United Kingdom is the second, and China is the third. So yeah, those are the biggest buyers of U.S. debt. Says Japan is the single largest foreign holder of U.S. treasuries. The United Kingdom has recently surpassed China as the second largest foreign holder. China remains a major holder, though its holdings have declined in recent years. China has definitely been selling their bonds. So I read this book, this economic book about China. So China is literally doing the same thing that the United States has done, but the complete opposite. The United States has taken over the world and colonized most of the world through force, through economic instability. Like, they destabilize economies, and then they build it up and change the regime with, for the lack of better words, American puppets. So they can always have that part of the world in their pocket. That's how the United States has operated for a very long time. China is doing the complete opposite. Not only is China going into third world countries like Africa or parts of Africa, even though it's not a third world country, Africa is a land full of resources. Everybody comes to Africa to usurp a lot of the resources there. But the government there is so corrupt that Africa just continues to be taken advantage of. It's a sad thing to see, but unfortunately, that's just the reality of it, right? So what China's doing, and that's why you're seeing a lot of China or Chinese over there in Africa. They're buying up stuff, they're buying up land, they're buying up real estate over there in Africa. But instead of doing it by force, they're saying, hey, we'll allow you to maintain your way of life, we're not here to change your government. We're here to work together. We can both benefit from this exchange. And that's why you're seeing a lot of uh, power. That's why that whole conversation between China and the US, you see that shift because, of course, just like that story about the cloud, or not the cloud, the sun versus the wind. And the wind says, "Oh, I can get that guy to take his jacket off." And so he blows as hard as he can. He blows, he blows, he blows. But then the person holds on to their jacket tighter. And all the sun does is just warms up, and the guy willingly takes off his jacket. That's China. The United States is the wind. So that's why this whole power struggle with China, that's why the United States is like, yo, we gotta do something about China, because I don't think no one would say it out loud that China will be bigger than the USA, but I'm pretty sure if it's not close, it's really close. It's really close. China might actually be the biggest. It may. But the United States has a very strong hold over the world. So, I mean, that's just a reality. So we're not going to argue that. That's a reality. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens moving forward. But if Powell cuts these rates, then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. He said you can thank Elon for that. Yeah. He says you can thank Elon. What do you? Hold on. Did you said? Yeah, I watched that. That actually made me rethink what money was, or what money is. I've seen that. Money is literally a figment of our imaginations. It literally is a figment of our imagination. Not only in a literal, not only in a metaphorical sense, but also a literal sense. Once we took our dollar off of the gold standard, money is literally a figment of our imaginations. It literally is. Literally. If you read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I know that people say that he's a scam artist and blah, 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 blah. Who cares about that shit, right? But he actually dropped a nugget in the beginning of the book that a lot of people may have leaned over. And I'm going to bring that to your attention right now. He said that he made counterfeit money. He made money out of like caps or whatever the fuck he said that he was making money. But in a sense, it was money. And if somebody accepted that as tender, well, what's the difference between the money that the government issues and the money that he made if we can accept that in an exchange? That's what money is. It's whatever we put value to. And we'll see that when the world makes a shift away from paper dollars to that digital currency that the Fed was talking about in their last meeting. Once we shift completely to a digital currency and you can't buy anything with your Franklins, your Benjamins, your Washingtons, whatever, those dollars that people would literally kill each other for would mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because it has no value. Because now we have deemed that piece of paper has no value. And that right there proves that money is just a figment of our imaginations. That's all it is. So once I began to understand that, once that was understood, I look at money different. Money is a way since we can agree that if I give you $100, and I want to purchase something from you, we can agree that that $100 is valuable to both of us. I'm exchanging $100 for whatever product or service that you're selling, and you're willing to exchange that service or product for my $100. That right there is the whole point of money. the exchange right there. That's it. That's how I see money. It's just the exchange. If we go to Bikini Bottom, I mean, what's their exchange rate? I mean, their money is shells and shit. We can go on the beach and get a couple of shells, and if we go down to Bikini Bottom, we'll be just like Mr. Crowd. We'll be rich, right? But obviously, you can't go to your local store and sell your shells and think that you're going to get anything out of his store or her store or their store. So that's all money is. It's just a figment of our imagination. And I'm glad I learned that. I learned that exactly when I needed to learn that. Because if I learned that a lot sooner than I did, I probably would have lost a lot of motivation to kind of keep moving forward. Because for a long time, growing up in poverty, usually people that grow up in poverty, their motivation is to make as much money as possible. And that's what drove me for a very long time. And once I understood, like, man, this is not, money is not what I thought it was. I'm not going to say that it derailed me, but I just know that if I learned that a lot sooner, then it would have. So I learned it when I needed to. I know that with money, all you need is enough to be happy, live your life, and take care of the people that you're responsible for. Outside of that, money has literally no purpose. Money does not buy you happiness. A lot of people try to buy happiness by getting BBLs, by getting cosmetic surgery of some type, getting fake abs like some people do, getting expensive cars, buying designer brands, living in expensive homes. People try to buy happiness that way, and the results tend to always be the same. You're just unhappy, but what people say, I'd rather cry in a Maybach than blah, 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 you know, the stupid shit they say. Yeah, you're crying in a Maybach because you're still unhappy. That Maybach doesn't make you happy. If anything, it's just going to put you more in debt, because if you're spending what, $300, $500,000 on a Maybach, you could have invested that money. You could allow that money to work for you instead of giving it to somebody else. But I mean, that's a conversation for anyway. So, but yeah, I watched that documentary. It was definitely interesting, very thought provoking for sure. This is little projects. Says my bills will be on Cookie to Carlos and Tyra. Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, shit. Sometimes we get real deep on this stream. I've spent. I mean, I spend most of my life just learning. I mean, that's definitely been that's definitely been something that has definitely taken up a lot of my time. I do believe in guardian angels because once I look back in hindsight of all the stuff that could have taken me out, not physically, but mentally, spiritually, or I guess even physically too. A lot of that, I missed a lot of that. A lot of the stuff that I could have done, I didn't do. I got into enough trouble to open my eyes, but not in enough trouble to destroy my future. I had a lot of situations where I was put in situations where I had to think about my actions and how I got into certain situations. And when I look back, there was always a way out. That way out was just making the right decision. By making the wrong decision, I was given permission to those bad, evil forces to continue to play out. We talk about like mental health, male health, men health a lot. And just truly understanding the dynamics between the masculine and the feminine. We all know that the masculine and feminine can live in any form, Traditionally, obviously, the masculine would be in the male and the feminine would be in the female, but we know that that's not 100% correct. So you have to be very mindful about how you present yourself to the world, because that's what you're going to get from it. That's the response you're going to get from it. Mm, mm. And I try not to talk about too much stuff because I can talk about a lot of things, but uh, try to keep it to the trading. I'll talk about sometimes like the dynamics between men and females, but understand that people, they have their preference. I know what mines are. I know what my boundaries are. I know what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate, and I make that very clear. Uh, I don't give second chances. I don't give them out to anybody. Um, and the most interesting thing about life, about what's happened so far, is once I put those boundaries in place, and once I was intentional about what I wanted, uh, my current partner, she fit all those criterias, which is very interesting. Those are the type of moments that makes you believe in a higher power, that this is all divine. There's divine intervention once you reach certain levels, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Because the situation I was in before, she was very perfect for who I was, very toxic, dark, chaos, chaotic, fighting. It was all toxic. But that's what I was used to. I wasn't, if I met my current partner now back then, I would have completely fucked her whole life up. Completely fucked it up. Me meeting her before I became who I am now, yeah, it like the relationship is night and day. It would have been night and day. But like I said, I got into enough trouble to open my eyes, but not enough trouble to where it destroyed my future. So, uh, I definitely believe in guardian angels, because shit, there was definitely Jesus walking in the sand as a metaphor. Shit, because man, I could have been in so much trouble. So much trouble because I was young, dumb, full of cum, all that shit. So, I mean, I share with you guys that I have 3 more years and my kids will be 18. Shit. So you can only imagine how young I was when I was having my kids. So, because I'm not old, I'm in my 30s. So, I got 3 more years. And obviously, in the beginning, man, I just wish I kind of had somebody there to kind of to guide me, to tell me not to do the stupid things I was doing when I was young. Because my daughter now, her life is beautiful. I mean, she throws tantrums. She don't even know what the fuck she's angry about. I mean, her life compared to how my life was, it's completely night and day. And she don't even know what poverty is, and she won't ever know what poverty is. I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna let her understand what it is to other people, but she doesn't need to ever understand that. But unfortunately, my kids, my earlier kids, they had to go through the same thing I went through, and there's a lot of trauma that needs to be worked through, because it's there. There was a lot of work that I had to put into myself because of the situation I grew up in, and I just passed that shit on to my earlier set of kids. But uh, but with my current mindset now, what my goal is I really, instead of telling my kids to go off to college, become educated, put in all this hard work to build up on somebody else's dream, it's my job to build something up and pass it to them so they can build it up. That's my job. I came to the realization, I think last year, a couple of years ago, that as a man, the worst thing that you would ever want is for your son to look up to somebody else, or your daughter to look up to somebody else. I mean, they love you, obviously, you're their parents, but when you ask them who their hero is, it's not you. And once I came to that, when that thought came to me, that's when I was like, dude, I gotta start. I don't got nothing to pass down to them when they become 18 and shit. I don't got nothing to pass. Like, I don't got nothing to pass to them during that time. Don't got no brand. Don't know how to do anything in terms of like the cool shit with social media, streaming and stuff like that. At the time when that thought came to my mind, I was like, dude, that's absolutely true. I had nothing to pass to them. And ever since then, I've been working towards that. That's what I've been working towards. So your son, yeah. Yeah, tulips, yeah. Tulips. Yep. It's interesting that at any point in time, people thought a freaking flower was a form of investment. It just really it just solidifies the thought that money is literally a figment of our imagination. Literally, it's a figment of our imagination. It's just a number. People were literally losing their life savings over a flower, a tulip, a Ponzi scheme. They didn't understand why everybody was buying it. They just wanted in on it. They didn't understand it. They just wanted in on it. It's crazy how that concept is, man. It's crazy. But shit, this is probably the last thing I say, man. Another thing that I've learned, and I'm gonna share with you guys, and this is why I advocate this all the time. Cheaters, scammers, there's a reason why they say cheaters never win. There's a reason. And you have to kind of go into the ether to figure that one out. But I went into the ether, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Cheaters never win because you may get, let's just say that you scam somebody and you scam them out of millions of dollars. Well, guess what? If you lose that $1 million and you got nobody to scam, how are you going to get $1 million? You don't even know how to get $1 million without scamming people. You don't know one thing about building up wealth without taking it from somebody else. Cheaters never win. People that get a lot of money, they don't build up their self-confidence, their self-esteem. They don't build boundaries. They don't understand who they are because what is the first thing in Christianity they say? God says, know thyself. You don't even know thyself. You don't even know who you are. You think you get status, you get weak people in powerful positions, and they use that and they get around people that they have no reason to be around because you haven't earned the right to be around other powerful people. You don't even know how to behave around them, like Drake. Drake steals from other people because he doesn't know who the hell he is. He steals from established people. First he's reggae, first he's a drill rap, another time he's a drill rapper. He's a gangster. He was a lover boy loving these strippers. Ain't nothing wrong with loving the strippers, but he was trying to marry them. I mean, shit, his first child is with a freaking porn star. I mean, how, as a man, like, come on, my guy. Like, why would you ever do that? But, I mean, it's his choice. He don't know who he is. And Drake is a clear example of somebody that's very successful, but outside of that success, he's nobody. Cheaters never win. They never win. Never. So, we'll leave it at that. I think we had a great conversation tonight. Yeah, I appreciate that, Florida. That's why I try to be as authentic as possible. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all guys. There's really no point in scamming anybody and lying and saying that, oh, I got this, I made $10 million, and I mean, I blow up accounts too, man. I go tilt. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I just lost $10,000. It didn't phase me. On to the next one. Like, God damn it, I lost $10,000. I'm gonna be mad about that shit. I'm gonna be mad about that shit. I just lost 10K. Damn it. Shit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys. That shit hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be crying on the treadmill about that shit. That shit hurt my feelings. How the fuck I lost 10K? And now I gotta come back at market open and try to get that shit back. Like, we do that shit. I'm not gonna hide that shit. That's what happens. That's normal. But shit, you know how it is. Life is a contradiction, Alfred. It's a contradiction. Everything contradicts itself. You just shut up and you color. That's it. That's what life is about. Shutting the hell up and coloring. And you can definitely relate that, Chalk. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know why that thought came to me, but it just hit me so hard. I just couldn't even ignore it. I was like, you know what? At the time, I'm good. I'm building myself up, but I don't got nothing to pass on to my kids. Like at the time, nothing. I didn't have a. I mean, I can pass on what I do. I mean, that's all any father can do. I mean, if you have a trade, you can pass that on to your kids, and the only thing they can do is accept it or not. But you know, these new kids. I mean, if it's not about tech, streaming, trading, making money, uh, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. They're not trying to hear it at all. Uh, these kids nowadays, they see hard work as stuff that other people do, but the world is supposed to revolve around them. Now, I understand that that's not all kids, but majority of kids, that's definitely their mindset. So, and how they feel about things, and if things made them cry or some shit like that. That's what kids are nowadays. So, I mean, as parents, we have to accept that that's who kids are, and we kind of have to prepare them for the stuff that they find valuable, which is, like I said, streaming, tech, trading, gaming, stuff like that, and build a business around it. And that's why I'm making it a purpose to have those things available if they so choose to accept it. That's the other thing that we have to accept as parents. I mean, our kids have to accept it. If they don't accept it, well, they don't accept it. You can't force it on them. So your eyes are sweating. It was like, sir, are you okay? I said, I'm just sweating from my eyes. Why are you welling? I'm just sweating from my eyes. That's it. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah. If you're not interested in it, they'll just, like, you can be literally the president of the damn world, but if your kids ain't interested, like, as an example, and I'm just using this as an example. Uh, look at Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's kids. They have probably one of both of their parents are very influential. Kim Kardashian is very influential to young girls and women, and Kanye is very influential to men and women. And look at their kids. Do you think those kids care? I mean, the oldest one, North, she looked like she's depressed all the damn time. Like, at least during the photo shoots. I mean, we don't know who she is behind the scenes, but you see the pictures, the photo ops. She looks like she's uninterested all the time. So I mean, it just goes to show that, man, if your kids are just not interested in what you do, I mean, and that's they have to accept it. And that's all you can do. But all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. We're out of time for this session. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, so unfortunately, I won't be able to do the morning stream. But I'll definitely circle back around to do the night stream. I got a dentist appointment. Hopefully, I don't know why. I don't know why I would have a cavity. I think I do. I don't know why. I don't eat candy and sugar and stuff like that, but uh, yeah, I just gotta check this out because I feel like one of my teeth in the back of my mouth is like every time I put like cold water, it's like it gets super sensitive. So hopefully it's not a cavity, but if it is, then we'll just do it. So, I'm gonna get that figured out tomorrow morning, and we'll deal with it. But all right, guys, that's definitely it for me, and we'll definitely come back tomorrow night, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. With that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.